Jealous. Jealous. It's the VG boys.
Boys.
Yeah, kind of jealous.
So
Ruin the whole
jealous.
intro. Getting a new one soon anyway.
Loves it.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah. Do you realize we never seem to miss an E3 podcast somehow?
It's true.
Well, we can miss
That's true.
2 months and then no
Yeah.
matter what, wind up on the E3.
It's fine. It's
It's
fine.
the biggest
It's
show of
fine.
the year, man.
Yeah.
Biggest
Yeah.
gaming show of the
You know,
year.
it's like a reset. Like whoa, 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 whoa,
Whoa.
whoa. We got to talk about this. Because it's games, man. It's new and like semi-new games, and we're all about it.
This is the Super Bowl for the gaming industry.
Right.
Which
right.
is interesting, though, because Nintendo does their own thing. PlayStation removed itself completely from this year. And did they do last year also? No.
I don't remember if they did entirely, because I feel like now they just leave it up to like the studios.
Right.
I don't know. It is a shame though, because this was like, even when we were kids, this was like the whole event. This was the event we used to read about in the
thing,
papers.
yeah. But you
in
know
the
what?
papers.
It
the
just
magazines.
seems so unnecessary, right? I mean, they all do their
Little bit.
own show.
Yes.
To show off what they have. Each and every one of these companies. Mm-hmm. But
I mean, I guess technology does it, because it used to be, you had to be the press junkets and everyone had to get together to show off their VHS tape of what they had, right?
check this out. We're putting it on the projection screen, guys.
That's right.
You have the 3 colors shining on a white screen.
That's it, man.
We're going back pretty
That is
far,
it.
though. I guess we're dating ourselves here. We better
They're
back.
still around. They still exist.
So either way, let's get into it. Let's talk some E3. We're not going to
Yeah,
hit on
man.
everything. There's so much stuff. We're just going to talk about the stuff I guess we're each most excited about. So I guess you kick
Sure,
it off,
man.
man. What are you most excited about from day 1 or 2?
I mean, I personally didn't really, because I'm not really into the Xbox right now, and yes, there's PC games, but I didn't really care to watch most of the Microsoft
We
one.
both jumped off the Xbox bandwagon for a while.
Yeah, and it's no big deal. There's stuff that you'll be able to play on the computer at some point. Like the only thing I think is the what is that? Starfield, the Project Starfield.
Oh yeah, baby.
game. That one looks gorgeous. That's like probably the only one that's like
But there's no gameplay trailer, man.
Yeah.
It's just a nice tease movie. We're excited. We're excited that it's being pushed forward and it's actually being worked on. That's exciting.
That's true.
You know what they did show
That
you
is a
looked
good one.
awesome, but you don't get a get a taste. You don't get a tangible feel for what this game's going to be all about. But
Yeah, they had a few things that sounded like they came out showing teeth this year of getting some exclusive stuff.
oh, Xbox killed it.
Yeah.
dude. They
Yeah, they
absolutely
definitely did
killed
good.
it. But it's easy to kill
Like
it
I
when you
said,
have
man.
no competition. I'm not saying Nintendo's not competition. They are, and their day we'll get to.
Mm-hmm.
And there's some really exciting stuff coming up from Nintendo.
Yes.
But we'll stay with the Xbox for now. They absolutely killed it. Obviously, Halo's coming up. Halo Infinite, right?
Of course.
So that's going to be, we'll see. We'll see. Compared to other things that have come out in the past 2-3 years, it's going to be hard to compete with, but it's just going to be
I
one of those
think,
things where it's like, it's Halo.
Yeah. Didn't they have what do you call it? That Outer Worlds 2, right? Didn't Microsoft
sure
grab
did.
that?
Yep.
Right. That's not coming anywhere else, I think now.
I think
Which is a
PC
shame,
and
'cause-
Xbox.
Yeah, because it's a shame because that one went to the play. Right. You still have your PlayStation one of the first one.
I think it'll come. I have it on the Switch too. The first
Oh,
one.
you do? Oh, okay. Yeah, I got to borrow one of yours one day when I'm getting through the backlog, because
I love
heard a
that
few
'cause
people
it was
talk
very
about how
laid
good
back.
a game. That's what I heard. I heard really nice things about that one. But I saw that and I was like, oh, that's a shame. I guess I feel like that was a game that can do with a wider audience instead of it being restricted like that. You know?
Yeah, it seemed kind of niche, I guess. People saw like space and they were like, and heard there's a lot of talking, so they're like, But I like those storytelling type of
Right.
games. I mean, every game tells a story, but they really focus on the narrative and, talking
That's
to
true.
NPCs. So, I don't know. I enjoy those laid back hits, but yeah, as you said, that second one's coming out. It had a very honest trailer. You know,
Let me
it was
see
very
here.
self-aware.
I watched. I don't know what company that was. I forget which one they did, but I saw they did the Rocksmith Plus. That's going to be coming out, which I remember hearing about, that they were kind of expanding into multiple instruments, which I don't know if that's maybe for the future. Because right now, Rocksmith,
on Xbox
for anyone
or
that,
all platforms.
this is for whatever.
Okay.
I think it's like it uses your phone too now. It's just like a music learning tool.
Yeah,
because the original one was for the 360 that you plugged your guitar in, and it was like sort of like Rock Band, only in the sense that you were actually playing the chords on the guitar.
Okay.
So this now, it seems like you can connect to your phone, and I think they do just the guitar, both acoustic and electric, and the bass. But I heard that they were trying to expand into other instruments at some point. So that was a very cool little presentation they did. And
I did not catch that one. But like I said,
it was
so
nice.
much stuff spread
right.
over hours
so
and
that
days.
Just being a music fan and being like, I liked the options that now maybe this will be something that gets more people into learning.
You were feeling those games. That was
absolutely.
in your wheelhouse.
Mm-hmm.
I get motion sickness. I can't even start with that.
It's definitely, you could tell where they're trying to make their money, because it's now a subscription service. So you sign up for their subscription service of cataloged all these songs
talking about
that
Game
you can
Pass?
play. But it's for Rocksmith Plus.
Oh, okay.
You're signing up for the Rocksmith Plus subscription, and then you can learn all these songs in their category. You know what I mean? So
speaking of Game Pass, I feel like we have to bring up Game Pass. I mean, all these new games are coming out, and the disclamor at the end is
crazy,
always,
dude.
Oh, by the way, this is going to be free
Day
on Game
one.
Pass.
Day one, like crazy. Yeah, so that's definitely the one.
They're trying to
thing
they're trying to give Sony the Stone Cold fucking stunner, man. That's it.
Yeah, dude. Yeah, that's it.
Middle
You guys are
fingers
done.
up. Stone Cold.
Because the PlayStation,
My God,
not Plus. What is the other one?
Shouts
The
to
PlayStation Infinite, whatever it is, that other nonsense subscription service
it's
they
a
have.
Go, whatever it is.
Yeah,
that nobody uses.
Because they have
I
nonsense.
shouldn't say nobody.
Dude,
Obviously, they have some.
yeah, I
usership.
feel like it is not a competition for anything. Like everything that they have on it is like a few months ago that was there. Like there's nothing current, nothing that would drive me to want to pay that. The PlayStation Plus has been doing pretty decently as far as the free games that they give you. Like that one, I'm okay
they do
with.
Xbox Live with Gold. And I'm just playing devil's advocate because they do similar stuff.
Well, they're trying.
But
so
now
the
all
thing
of a sudden they have games out of nowhere. They spent how many $7.5 billion on Bethesda, and now you're seeing two major releases right off the bat.
Yeah, it does seem like Microsoft is trying to like get rid of the just Microsoft Gold. Like they want you getting Game Pass. Like Game Pass is like your all-in-one.
And to be honest, it's a good deal. Like if you
definitely
wipe yourself of the thought of owning games and having a collection and all that stuff, and just having access to the games, for a lot of people, man, it's a great deal. It is.
Sure.
You know, you can go with the Series S, spend what was it, $399? The Series S retails.
I think so.
And the other one's like $499. Or maybe I'm wrong. Maybe it's I'll check on that. But either way, that's a damn good deal. For less than like $500, you're basically up and running and playing brand new games.
Right, that you can not want to keep if you don't want to move on to the next one. But in any case, I'm not in that boat. But it is good to reflect on that. This is the competitive edge that they're bringing back to the table to get people in, because now it's like, yo, I don't need to buy this.
This was a big push. But my thing is like, where has this been for the past 6-7 years?
I don't know.
You know, I'm so glad. Listen, the gamers win on this one. You know,
sure.
But where was this? Now I'm gonna have to play Elder Scrolls 6. Well, maybe not by then, because that's probably not coming out for another 10 years.
Forever.
Dude, I mean, you'll see.
Yeah.
It's gonna be like a Final Fantasy VII remake situation where it's like, we'll talk about it. We'll tease it. We'll show you beautiful pictures of it, but we're not really in full development of it. But either way, let's talk about the stuff that's coming. I
don't know if you got a chance to play it, the Mario Rabbids game. Did you get a chance to play that on the Switch?
The original one?
Yeah, the original.
Yeah.
So they announced the Spark of Hope, which is like the sequel.
Yes.
Where they added like a Rosaline Rabbid type thing, and it's like they have different weapons, it looks like. I really enjoyed that. My wife very much enjoyed that game, so it seemed like it's a nice.
That was another, medium to slow paced game that you could just sit back and enjoy.
This seems.
Did you ever see the Rabbids show though, dude?
No, I never watched that. It looked insane.
My kids love it, and it's absolute torture.
Yeah, it's nonsense, is what it looked like. But
it's gibberish,
Right.
I guess if you're a kid, it's cute.
True. But it seems like they did away with the grid option now, so it seems like it's more of a free roaming, which is weird because I'm used to playing those battle games that have squares. But I guess it's like a similar to if you play tabletop, it's almost like going from like a Dungeons and Dragons where you have tiles that you move on to like I guess like Warframe and stuff where you're kind of like ruling, like you have like I guess like it's a ruler that you just measure how far you go.
Yeah.
So it's like less linear. You can play on anything. So that's what it seems like they're moving to. But that seemed pretty cool. I'm kind of interested in the whole Great Ace Attorney Chronicles that they're bringing over, which apparently were very popular stuff. Reminded me a lot of the Phoenix Wright Ace Attorney games that they did. So this is, what is it? It's Herlock Sholmes is the guy's name. That?
Oh my God.
That's his name. I swear to God, it's his name.
I didn't play the original trilogy.
I saw a meme that hit the nail on the head. It was from Austin Powers, Goldmember, when they're doing the whole look, it's Godzilla, but due to copyright issues, it's not. It looks like him, but it isn't.
But it isn't.
They did that for this, and it was like, yo, this is that is exactly what this is like. Yeah. Herlock Sholmes, wink, wink. Not Sherlock Holmes.
Dude, it's too much, but
yeah. So I watched did you watch the Square Enix
the little
showcase?
Of it that there was? Yes.
It was so disappointing. I was really let down by what it was. Like the Guardians game looks a little like kind of cool, but it seemed like a really bare bones video quality that they were showing. Yeah, like
I thought it was okay, to be honest.
It seemed it just seems so choppy at times. Like the cutscenes with them talking seem fine, but I'm talking about the combat. There was a lot of parts that was like, this seems a little harsh.
Or maybe it kind of felt and looked like a polished up, to me, better looking version of that Avengers game that came out somewhat recently.
I guess right on the same line, but it just didn't seem like it was the same quality.
Well, people were disappointed because they expect like the next IP and some brilliant JRPG from this company.
I
people
wasn't
forget
expecting that at all. Yeah,
a lot of people were though. Some people just forget that
I
they're
feel
into
like
other stuff now.
Well, it's not even that. It's just that because like so they didn't show anything of Final Fantasy 16, which they had sort of teased. I don't even was it last E3 or was it another? It might have been last E3 that was shown. And nothing on it this year. The next Final Fantasy game in sequence, 16.
Oh, yeah.
Where it's like the Paladin,
nice,
the Dark
too.
Paladin. Yeah, it looked awesome. But they've shown nothing since. They did show that Final Fantasy, what is it, Something in Paradise game? Where it's like, it almost looks like they took a bit of Final Fantasy 1 and put like 3 dudes that like, oh my God. Like the main character looked like a weirdly dressed like model, like it's just strange with hair.
Yeah,
I forget. It just someone actually said it looked like Dexter Morgan from the show Dexter. They showed like a picture of him in like his
because he was wearing a regular shirt.
Yeah, and it's like I see it now. Like the haircut was almost close too, but he's just and it's like a lot of them killing things where it's because it's Team Ninja that's doing it that did like the Ninja Gaiden for the Xbox and stuff like that back when. So I could see where the company's going with it. It seems like very similar to Ninja Gaiden, where it's like you're running around killing stuff. But you saw like this red crystal every time they killed something, which even during the trailer, I'm getting real sick of looking at this red crystal popping up. So that's not a good sign. Is this going to be every single thing you fight? You just do some hoity-toity remark, and then they pop into a red crystal.
Hoity-toity.
And like, I don't know, just it seemed weird. Even funnier though was they announced that the trailer, the demo was supposed to be available, a time release demo, and it was having issues. Like there was like some sort of a glitch that you couldn't play it. Like within
really?
The same, yeah.
Yes,
oh yeah,
I did see
dude, yeah, this was all over, dude. I mean, maybe now
they fixed it pretty quick.
But I was on
the
internet for a few hours going, "Ooh, this is bad." They announced the whole Final Fantasy Pixel 1 through 6, Final Fantasy games 1 through 6.
Yep.
Which is
that for
weird
mobile?
because it's for mobile and it's for Steam, which is strange.
I saw
'cause
people complaining
honestly,
online about the look of the sprites.
Yeah,
I like the GBA ones look nicer than the new ones they made.
Yeah, they did. They did this weird thing. Even the Chrono Trigger one, like they did something when they updated to Steam that the pixels just look weird. They're just strange. I don't even know how to describe it. They're like, I guess they're not as sharp, but like I liked some of the sharpness on some of the other ones. So I don't know. They didn't really show much of Final Fantasy VI. Like they didn't really show anything. They showed a few scenes floating by, and it was like a minute trailer. Basically, it starts off like really small, and then it becomes like full screen, but still small screens floating by. So very disappointing as far as that. I would have hoped for maybe a Final Fantasy VI remake or something like that. Would have been more of something I was hoping for, or even like an update, like a remaster.
Right.
They've remastered everything else with the exception of 6 and I think they didn't do 5 either. 5 they haven't done. They've done 1, 2, 3, and 4 for sure. So it's like, and 6 is one of the most popular ones. So I was hoping maybe with the Nintendo Direct today that they would have shown maybe that they were also bringing it to the Switch, but no such case.
Do you think they showed enough for Elden Ring?
I mean, it showed an okay amount. Like we already saw like a trailer like very recently.
You think it's going to be another Souls-esque type of game?
I really hope not. I really.
With that kind of a challenge?
Yeah, I really hope not. Same thing with this Final Fantasy one. I hope to God that's not like a Souls-esque thing. It didn't seem like it. It seemed more of a crazy beat 'em up. But then again, Ninja Gaiden, I remember getting my ass handed to me back on the Xbox. So we'll see. I really don't know. But
well, I don't know. I think they have an opportunity with Elden Ring to do something really special and different.
Okay. Fair enough.
We'll see if that actually comes to fruition. But
okay,
we will have to see. I gotta see more, man. I want to see gameplay. Like for me, like for a lot of people, I should say, a lot of gamers who just play almost everything. Gameplay is like the most important thing. So you're getting a lot of these beautiful like Hollywood trailers for these games, and they all look fantastic, and everyone gets excited. But like, show me some gameplay so we sort of know what we're getting into.
Yeah, man.
And as we get into Nintendo,
yes,
because they had a lot of cool announcements today, man.
Yeah, this was a decent one for Nintendo.
They had a lot of cool announcements today. But
meh on the new Smash characters, but I feel like that's been normal.
I mean, I don't play Smash even, so that's not even
in
my wheelhouse. I don't care about that stuff.
I'd rather more Nintendo guys. They keep bringing like other parties, and that's all well and good, but like, I don't know, you have a lot of Nintendo people you could bring in, like Koopas and shit like that.
Okay. So I was going to ask you, like, who do you think is omitted?
Yeah, just like any generic Mario enemy could be thrown in. Like, you know what I mean? Like they can make a Koopa.
It could be. What are you going to make, like a Bob-omb or?
Well, I was going to say more like a Koopa Troopa or something like that. You know what I mean? Like, why not?
It's got to be one of the main ones.
Yeah, or a Shy Guy. Why not?
Yeah.
Like, they could do whatever. You could literally make them do whatever.
Maybe they don't think it's like saleable enough, like to include in DLC. They'll be like,
I don't know, man. I feel like
Troopa?
you can make an amiibo. This is some weird Tekken dude now that I think they added. That's like, all right, I guess you got Street Fighter.
If you're into weird Tekken dudes, fine, celebrate.
Yeah.
Anyway, I want to talk about just one thing first. If we're gonna go Nintendo,
sure. Yeah.
Let's talk about the new Metroid, man.
Oh, yeah, man. That was a nice...
People are going to complain that it's not a new Prime. For me, I don't care. This is perfect.
Yeah.
Give me a platformer. That's what Metroid is, man. That's the soul of Metroid.
Isn't 4 going to be the Prime? Like, I think, isn't 4 supposed to be on the Prime level? Which they didn't show at all. This is technically 5. That's
why I think people are going to complain, because they're like, oh, this looks cool, but this is like a B game compared to what they could do.
What was the 3DS one? What the hell was that title again? It had like a remix or something. It was like a rebirth.
Oh yeah.
Whatever. It seems like this is following that suit because her suit looks different. She's like got the orange helmet still, but it's like a white and blue body suit.
What they're doing with this game, I approve of. I think this is definitely something that I would rather play if I'm going to play Metroid.
Because it's like you have to run away from the monster
Dread looks
stuff.
Absolutely like that next level Super Metroid platformer that I've always wanted. So I
Yes.
guess we'll see. We'll see. It seems like it will probably deliver. One thing I did notice when I watched the trailer of the gameplay reveal was the music, the soundtrack. They definitely aired towards the SNES music, and that gives that game such a vibe. I thought.
Yeah, very sinister, very like dreadful type of deal. Like you felt.
I enjoyed. I think it's good stuff, and I think they're gonna, follow suit when it comes to the soundtrack of the game. I think that's part of the whole immersion thing. But that's me. But either way, sick. Looks sick.
Yeah, man. I mean, they have a couple Mario games. They did like the Mario Party Superstars, which is like a bunch of the Mario parties,
which I don't care about. I mean,
it's
because I'm not
they're
10
fun.
and I don't hang out with 4 friends every day. Unfortunately,
well, that's the thing. It's nice that they did an online option, though. I'll give them that. Like you can now play with randos or friends online. All these things, so pretty cool. I enjoyed those games, but it's not like my favorite. But it's like one of those things. If someone had it, I'd play. It would be nice if they let you do like a I have it, and you can like invite people that don't to play. But whatever. They did that golf game, which looks okay. I'm not really a big golf fan.
I'm not a big golf fan either, but the game looks fun, doesn't it?
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. So, like, they seem to do well with their sport games.
Like that tennis game, I didn't really have much of an interest in. But this one, I think, looks a lot more fun.
Yes, this definitely looks good.
It's kind of like bringing mini golf. Like, I could dig with that. Like, I don't really care about PGA.
Right. Like Golf Story on the Switch I played, which was like an indie game, which was a lot of fun. Very, like, RPG-ish type thing with, like, funny humor.
I'm familiar with it, yeah.
So... This is a Mario type thing with like multiplayer and stuff, so doing well. They're bringing Dragon Ball Z Kakarot to the Switch finally, so
yeah, which is interesting.
Cool. Yeah, I think I'd already bought it. I'm kind of
surprised the Switch can kind of like deal with it,
handle it.
Yeah,
yeah, I know, but I'm glad. Good. They have that Sims looking game. That it's like 2 Point Campus. It looks like you could build your own college campus. 2 Point Campus.
Okay.
And it's like a Sims build your own like college university sort of deal.
Oh, you said so.
Apparently there's been games like it that was, I guess, I don't know if there's one other game that was like a Sims like thing. Looked pretty decent. Like I enjoy those kinds of building sim stuff. So for the Switch, it seemed like a nice one. They're doing like a WarioWare thing again, which like I didn't even know that was that popular, but I guess so. Whatever.
I think people just want a Wario game in general.
Maybe, but they're getting that. Which is what they had last time. So actually, that's not true. They had
want
Wario
a platformer
Land
with Wario.
Yes, they had the Game Boy were Wario games, right?
Like imagine how cool like a Mario Odyssey Wario game would be.
Oh yeah, it would have been weird too.
Right? Like, come on. I mean, that's a major commitment to that type of a game. But wait, hold on. Monster Hunter Stories 2 is coming out. Did you play the first one?
No, it wasn't really something I felt interested in.
What system was that even on?
It was on the Switch.
Really?
It's just that game is like it's not like Monster Hunter. It's the same world of Monster Hunter, but there's a main character who like bonds with a creature, and it's like a plot-based RPG type of this where you're going fighting other monsters and stuff, but it's like a turn point battle where like you control your character. And it's like, again, similar to the Monster Hunter stuff where you have different weapons and stuff. And you may have other party members too. I don't know if the first one did, but I know this one they're showing with it. And like your monster, you can kind of direct them into what kind of attack they want to do, but it's more so everyone's doing their own thing and you're just sort of trying to react. It seemed okay, but it seemed a little more cartoony than what I preferred to play. So I skipped it. It looks nice. Like it looks like you're in a story-driven RPG version of Monster Hunter, but again, I just don't like the cartoony graphics. Like I love the realistic thing, and I like the fact that you make your own dude in Monster Hunter as opposed to like you're playing this boy. And it's
it's an offshoot. I mean, that
Seemed
game
okay.
Dauntless, that was a total bite off Monster Hunter, was a lot of fun.
total.
But it's Monster Hunter, you know. It's,
True.
It's just free Monster Hunter.
Yeah.
But I don't know. I don't think I'm gonna go for the Monster Hunter stories myself.
No. But I could see the appeal, and it like I said, because Monster Hunter is very in depth. This seems like an easier version, so you could. It's more of an entry point into the series. Like maybe people will want to expand from there. So I'm not gonna like discredit the game, because if I didn't have someone showing me the ropes of the original Monster Hunter games, like it's very easy to get lost and stuff. Like think about when you first joined, Nick. You had no idea
Oh
how to
yeah,
get
I was clueless.
items and like how to like farm ore and honey and all that kind of stuff to make the potions and gear, and yeah, it's a lot. So this I could see being a good stepping stone, but yeah, I'm just not interested.
Oh, you know what? They announced a
What's that?
Shin Megami Tensei game.
Yeah,
for
that
Switch.
actually looks really good. I haven't played those in a long time. I think I played the Revelations Demon Slayer on the Game Boy Color. That was
Right.
like the last one I think I played. And I've seen the other ones. They looked cool. I like the whole concept of you like get the monsters on your team and then you merge them and they make other crazy stuff. And this looks very nice. But always so weird. Like I feel like the later ones in the series are very like you're like a monster almost yourself as the main character going off into like some random world. This now looks like a post-apocalyptic world currently. Very strange. But cool. Did you see the Fatal Frame? I don't know if it's a remake or
I
just
didn't
a
play
sequel.
the first one, but I'm glad to
I
see
didn't
another
either,
genre. Well, not another genre, but another horror game.
Yeah, because it's almost Silent Hill-ish,
That's
but you
not
were
Resident Evil, even though
but-
I love those games.
right,
But
right. Because this one, the other one that I remember, I think it was for the original Xbox, or maybe it was the 360. I can't remember which one, but it was the whole thing was that you were capturing ghosts on the camera. So it was a cool perspective that you were like trying to like capture these things and
Right.
not get killed. So I'm excited that there's another one because I feel like it's been a while since they like I didn't think this franchise was alive anymore. So that's cool.
yeah,
I think it's called
reboot.
Maiden of Blackwater. I think is the undertitle of it, but coming on the Switch also. So that's cool. They announced a not quite a I guess it's a remaster. It's like an updated graphics and a combination of Advance Wars 1 and 2,
I saw
which
that,
was
yeah.
like that was a very fun. I think that was it 3DS or is it Game Boy Advance?
I want to say Game Boy
I think it was Game Boy Advance. Yeah, I think it was Game Boy Advance. Very fun strategy style game. So I'm happy that that's kind of bringing back. Cause I never played the second one, but the first one was a lot of fun. And I think anyone that is into those kinds of games would definitely benefit from this one because it was like a good amount of characters, lots of different vehicles and stuff. Almost reminded me of like a Command and Conquer, but like more of a strategy type thing. As
Oh, I
opposed
missed
to
that
Command and
game.
Conquer being-
Let's talk about another franchise that
Yeah, I
needs to
know.
be revived. That'd be really cool. Another Command
I
and
guess.
Conquer.
I don't know what they could do at this point. you
Same
know?
thing. You know, it's like
guess,
StarCraft
maybe.
and StarCraft 2.
Yeah, maybe. I don't know. I feel like because
Just
that was
boosting
very.
it up.
They'd have to recreate a story of their made up war and stuff because it seemed like already like
Yeah, you
because
can.
it was sort of like the
gotta
Soviets
get
was the
creative.
original, right? Wasn't that the whole thing? It was like
yeah, something like that.
so. Oh well. Anything else that you really liked that you heard of?
Not really. We'll wrap up with the big one, which is Breath of the Wild 2. They
Yeah,
showed
man.
a little bit more inkling of what it looks like, which looks like the first one. Only,
Yeah, just in the sky now.
yeah,
With newer
exactly.
items or abilities and stuff. So yeah, it was a little bit of a tease, but nice to know that they are
Something's
working
going
on
to tell
it.
me there's going to be a lot of gliding going on.
Sure.
A lot of
Yeah, I
glider
can see that.
upgrades, I bet you.
Maybe. Because how else are you getting up there, I guess? But I like the move they had of him going through like the rock and like coming up through it like in like a oozy portal thing. That was cool. But yeah, you didn't really get it. It was one of those things where it's not enough to sink your teeth into. It was like hey, we're working on this. This is a few teaser things of what's going on.
Yeah,
but
I don't think
we're
I'd
aiming
say
for
it's
2022.
disappointing.
No,
because
no, not-
they're just letting you know that it's coming out next year. But do I think it's enough to satisfy the taste buds of all these Nintendo fans and Zelda
No.
maniacs? No, I don't.
no.
Not yet. Anyway.
Two things I'd like to mention before we wrap up, though. One, I don't know if we talked about it on the podcast before, maybe mentioned it before, the Salt and Sanctuary game that I definitely played a ton of on my Switch.
Oh yeah.
I saw that they had a trailer. I don't even know what showcase it was in, but they had it's now Salt and Sacrifice, which looks like a lot of what I loved about the original, but like up a little bit better graphics, a little bit smoother stuff. Now it looks like co-op online as opposed to their non-existent co-op really of
Yeah.
the original. So I'm
Looks
really
interesting.
excited. Like that like
What they
what is
call it
like a
again?
minute and a
Salt
half?
and what?
and sacrifice.
Salt and sacrifice. We're
Yeah.
keeping it salty. The salt
Yeah.
remains.
Yeah, the salt is that's
part
what you
deux.
get. You collect salt to get your upgrades and stuff. But I saw that and I was very excited because I think that was a wonderful game that I will still play. Like that's a game I'll pop on
It's a
every
good
now
one.
and then just because.
It's a good one. I
And the
agree.
other thing is going back to the Square Enix being disappointing. Like I was really expecting at this point to maybe start teasing for the next chapter of the remake because, you know, FF7's been a year out now. They're just putting out this Yuffie thing, but
Yep.
maybe a tease of like what's to come, get people talking a little and stuff. Like instead you do mostly Marvel and like these weird final. I don't know. It seemed like a little disappointing. Like you have this whole FF7 thing, and yes, they did a ton of work on the first game, but like they've been working this long, and like are they now not even close to being up to the second part? You know what I mean? Like after all this time, because it's been years. Like yeah, consider it. It's been years.
Well,
Was
remember
it
how long we
only-
waited for the first?
I know,
part?
that's what I'm saying. So like, but like, was it because they were putting all this effort into just getting what they have out now, or were they working on the whole game?
I will
and
say
then
though,
was
that
like,
game looks
let's-
effing great, man. Every time I put it on, it
Oh,
looks
sure.
sick. It's not the
I'm
classic battle system, but it's
Yeah.
amazing. It looks fantastic. And they
I'm
took
just
some
saying-
liberties with the story, but that's a whole nother thing.
Of course, but that's fine though. It's almost like its own game.
To you, it's fine.
just-
Some people were like, "Oh,
Yeah, whatever. I can't. You know, you can't please everybody.
how could
and
you
it's really not-
change?"
it's not the end of the world. This isn't. I was hoping
That's like
it would
adding
be
the
more
Darth
of the
Vader
original.
no for Final
Right.
Fantasy fans.
Right.
No.
But having played it, I'm like, you know what? This is very entertaining and very cool, and it's almost like its own version of Final Fantasy VII, and that's what it is. So fine, let's go. I was hoping to see a little bit more coming because, you know, not like hey, it's coming out, more like a hey, here's a snippet of something. Because like, why not throw a bone and then ghost on us for another few years? So,
Oh no.
yeah.
Well, we'll see, man. We'll see.
Yeah.
The intergrade.
Yeah, man. That's the new thing they just released. It's like $20,
Oh,
I
no.
guess.
They
if
made
you
that
have
so
the,
confusing. They're like, "Oh yeah, you can play it on PS5, but not really. There's intergrade. There's new things.
Yeah.
There's new stuff.
Not really.
You got to pay another
Yeah.
$60. Come on. Give me
Well,
that.
if you didn't already buy it, you have to pay that much. Like I bought it on the PS4, so I get
Well,
the
I
free
just have the
upgrade.
digital, man. I just have
Right.
the digital.
But
So
that
if
was
I
the
want
free
the
one
intergrade stuff. Well, remember
Right,
they
but-
released it also
on the Plus. Yes,
the Plus.
but I'm saying if you like, I bought it originally, not getting it for free, so I get the PS5 for free because I already paid for the game basically, and I got the free digital.
I don't know if that includes the intergrade though.
The integrate is $20. I have to pay extra.
Okay.
Yeah, for the UV stuff.
That's all I'm saying.
Whatever.
all I'm
I'm not even. Yeah, I'm not even up to that yet. I still have more. I kind of stopped playing that game for a bit. I got
you were to-
distracted with life.
And let's end with this somber note because we don't
Yes.
like to end with somber notes, but today we will because it's depressing.
Mm.
When do you think FF7 Remake Part 2 will actually drop?
Jesus.
Give me a
Christ, I don't
year.
even-
Give me a year. I'm going to say holiday season for sure. It's
I'm
2021.
gonna say. Yeah, I'm gonna
In
say
case you
25.
forgot.
I'm saying
2025?
Yeah. At this point, like,
I want
You
to
know?
say, oh God, I hate to say it, but 2027.
oh my god.
I think we're going to
that'll
be,
awful.
yes,
That'll
we're going to be
awful.
well into our oldness.
25 is still upsetting, but that's what I realistically think it could be. But like, because then there's still gonna be a
You're
part.
giving
3,
him
you know
a
what I
lot
mean?
of credit. You're giving
Yeah,
him a lot
but
of credit.
that's part 2 I'm talking about.
I
Part
think
3
they're
will
gonna.
be
I
after
think
that.
they're gonna tease it in 2025 for a 2027 release.
That would be horrible. If they do, it means that they weren't even close to being done when they rehashed this game.
Not
as
for
being part
nothing.
1.
Seeing some of these games now, they'd have to invest tens of millions, maybe hundreds of millions into this budget to make it look as nice as the first one.
Yeah, I guess so.
Call me crazy,
Yeah.
but that's a
Yeah.
huge project that I think is on the back burner. I bet you. It shouldn't be,
Maybe.
but I think it is. I think they got their
We'll
fingers
see.
into mobile now, and they're like, let's see where this takes us.
A bit. I feel
Mobile
like
is huge on the international scale.
they
but
announced
not for North America.
Yeah, they did announce that Final Fantasy VII Ultimate game was going to be a mobile game when they first announced the FF7 universe that they were coming out with. Like, that was already announced. So I don't know why anyone's getting upset now. Like, this was already told to us. So it just seems weird that, like, this is the complaint. Like, deal with it. That was already announced. Yeah. There's a whole bunch of other games that you could play. Just get this one on your phone. Who doesn't have a phone at this point? You know, like, whatever.
Yeah. Well, we'll see. I mean, I don't know.
Man.
I just don't mobile game.
I mean, I don't usually either. But, you know, that's what someone playing on YouTube is for, right? Just watch it. Watch it.
I don't know,
one day.
Scoob.
Yeah.
Whoopie-doo.
But yeah, that's you know, that's our little summation of E3 for the
a
stuff we
few
were
quick
interested
hits
in.
for you, quick opinions, quick complaints.
Yeah, there's plenty of other people you can
grievances.
check out online to get a full scoop, but you know, we just want to touch base because we always do, and we did see a few things that we liked as we've shared with you all. So thanks for joining us. Sorry it's been, you know, a little bit of a break again, but you know, that's how it goes.
Don't worry, we'll see you soon. Diablo is coming.
Yep, they just did their little Diablo 2
they
release,
finally
September
announced
23rd.
September 23rd, baby.
Yep. So we're dropping a podcast for that very soon. So check that one out next, and you know,
Don't be jealous, baby.
don't be jealous. Catch you on the next one.
Just jealous, cause we're the VG boys. Yeah. Are you just jealous? 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 Cause we're the VG